Good morning, folks. This morning I'm going to make this video about building and placing a crappie condo. What I've got here is a sandbag, and I've got plenty of sand all around. So I'm going to fill this sandbag up full of sand. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do, so I've got a sawzall, battery operated sawzall here. I'm going to go cut me some limbs. And what I'm looking here for is probably about 8 to 10 feet tall, so this one's probably a good 10 feet. So I'm going to cut two limbs. This looks like almost looks like a maple. There we go. And that ought to be enough. Those are pretty leafy, so. And I'm just going to drill me 2 holes. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 zip ties. Now I've got 2 half-gallon milk jugs. I'd use the gallon one, but I don't have it. That ought to work right there. I'm just zip tying both of these limbs together with the milk jugs. That's going to help this stay floating upright. There we go, and that is ready to go. Right off the end of this point, there's a little drop off that is goes down to about 18 feet or so. And I'm going to place this right on that drop off. I got this set up right on the edge. All I got to do is just dump it over when I get to the spot. As you can see, this little island right here makes 2 little points that come off at the end. So that's what I'm going to be going off of, is these little points. I'm going to go off of this little point right here that comes out here. It'll make a nice little drop off. I don't know if you can see my screen up there or not, but there it is. It's 9 feet, 10 feet, 11. 12, 13, 14. Here it went. There you can see it being dropped down on the screen there. And I'm gonna go ahead and mark this point. Just that easy. There it is right there, standing nice and straight. Go ahead and stop this screen right there. As you can see there, how nice and straight that is standing up. And the bottom of that is in 13 1.5 feet, and the top of it comes all the way up to about 7 feet. And it's just that easy to drop you a brush pile. Now I would have liked to have had that just a little bit deeper. What I'm going to do, I don't have enough milk jugs saved up, but I'm going to come back out and I'm going to be dropping a couple of more in that same little area right there, and then I'm going to come back and fish it. Here's number 2. There's number 3. I don't know, it's probably been a month or a couple of months since I put this brush piles out. I'm gonna start out. I've got a tandem rig set up right here. This is all 8-pound test, heavy as gold, Mr. Crappie. On the bottom here, I've just got a black 1/32 ounce jig head with that's a Bobby Garland. I don't know what that color is, I forget. It's like a pink and purple. And up from that, I've got a swivel stop for this bullet sinker, because that's all I had was bullet sinkers. I didn't have any egg sinkers. This is for a bass, but it'll work just fine. And then I've got this Jinko fishing swivel, non-tangle swivel is what it's supposed to be. I'm trying that out today. And the leader off of that, get off of there, it's tangling up already, is a just a pink 1/16 ounce, and I've got a purple and white cream tube jig on there. And I've got my 12-foot B&M crappie pole with this little tiny light from Bass Pro Shop on here. So first thing I'm going to do is try to locate this brush. Good way to locate this. I'm a little bit too close in. I think I need to go a little further out that way. I'm just going off of memory right here. If you select 200 megahertz on your fish finder, that'll give you the narrowest cone angle, so it'll help you pinpoint it a little better. So every 2 feet down, you're gonna have a 1 foot wide circle in there. So if I'm in 14 feet, I'll have a 7-foot circle. So that's gonna give me the narrowest angle to be able to pinpoint it. And I've got my transducer right here. So when I go across that brush top, I'm just gonna drop that thing right there on top of the brush. And looks like I may be coming up on it right here. That's it right there. So I'm just gonna drop it right there, the transducer. And what I'm gonna do is that should be within a 7-foot circle of that buoy marker right there. So I'm just gonna work around that buoy marker until I get a bite, and then I'll remember where I am in relation to that buoy. Here we go. Yep, little crappie. Like you hit on the bottom one. There we go. One's at about 6 inches long. Well, I thought I was hung up, but this one would maybe be about an inch longer than the last one I caught. I got to get right down there and tickle those little limbs on the brush, it seems. Oh, he gone. Here's something. A little small crappie. Hungry little booger. Man, he's bleeding. Let's hope he'll do all right. Go on back in there. There we go. Huh. That's a little better crappie. Shoot, yeah. Man, what is up with him? That's a nice size little crappie there. What in the world has he got going on the side there? Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go. Wake up, boy. There he goes. There we go. Uh-oh, I don't know what this is. This ain't no crappie. This might be a bass. Ooh, it is a crappie. Pretty nice one too. Look at that. That's a nice slab. Oh my goodness. That's yes, sir. This is what I came for. Right off of my brush piles that I'll put out. My goodness. Oops. Would you look at that? Let's see what I got here on this one. This is 13, I'd say. Maybe 14. Golly. He is. $13 and a half. Oh yeah. I'd like to have a mess of those right there. Just like that. He thumped that pretty good too. You see what it hit on there. Seems to be working this morning pretty good. Seems like what I'm learning here, the bigger ones are deeper on the brush. The little ones are hanging out more towards the center of it. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this video off right here. The fish done quit biting on me. It's getting late towards the noon time, so I need to get back to the house. Wasn't the best day of fishing, but I did manage a really nice slab. Everything else was just kind of small ones, but just proves to show that if you put out some brush piles, they will come to it. And we'll definitely be back out here again to try to catch some more. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next video.